Hi there, I'm Professor Blackmore, and welcome back to my channel. And I just want to let the church say amen, because I'm coming back to you with a special crossover episode in my Woman De-Volve podcast series, wherein I will analyze all of the rigmarole going on over there at that Lighthouse church, including all of the latest announcements.
Between now and October 30th, you can purchase the Lazy Love ebook for only $9.99 on Amazon. And I believe we have a QR code that we're going to use. And so on, is it the 30th? The 31st, my wife and I, you'll get more information about this, but my wife and I are going to have this candid conversation and give you a behind the scenes impact of some of the lessons that we learned through the book. So for all of you all who are not in the city and haven't been able to come to an in-person event, we're going to do an online event for you. And all you have to do is get that ebook, share the power of that purchase, and we're going to do all we can to transform your life. So stay connected through social media to get all of the information as it relates to that.
Well, I guess you can give the book away for $9 now that you realize that don't nobody want to buy no damn relationship book from nobody who has divorced 2 women, who is on his 3rd wife, and who has run 2 wives through one church back to back and called them both First Lady. Oh, but I better stay focused, y'all, because in addition, I will also provide an update to one of my prior episodes regarding the termination of the parental rights of Sister Sarah's ex-husband, former NFL football player Robert Leandro Henson, as it relates to their daughter and this recent petition for adoption and name change, requesting that the court allow Toure to now adopt said child.
How did you reconcile the fact that your marriage is possibly ending?
You know, it was a difficult decision for me. I had my son at 14, and so I couldn't bear to have another church mess up, another church mistake. But the reality is I was suffering, you know, and I had everything that looked great on the outside. But at the end of the day, I was crying myself to sleep.
And so, before I jump in, I just want to let you all know that I'm right in the thick of the fall semester teaching my law classes as well as keeping up with my law career. So, it's been very busy, but if I can't get an episode posted every week, I will try my very best to be back on here the following week. So thank you so much for your patience. And so, let's jump right into this bedtime story. Now, by way of background, I began this series last year when I took you through a review of the divorce decree pertinent to the dissolution of the marriage relationship between Sister Sarah and her former husband, Robert Henson. And as you can see here on page 2 of the divorce decree, the court maintains continuing jurisdiction over any suit affecting the parent-child relationship regarding the child identified here as MH, which is Sister Sarah's teenage daughter, MacKenzie Henson, that was born of the marriage with said former spouse. And so, Sister Sarah terminated her marriage relationship with her former spouse, Robert Henson, all the way back in 2013. But just recently, on May the 4th, 2022, she filed papers in the same Tarrant County Family District Court in this very same court case, seeking to terminate the parent-child relationship between her daughter, MacKenzie Henson, and her former spouse, Robert Henson. And here on page 2 of this particular filing, this child is identified here again in this petition in similar fashion to the divorce decree, but this time she is identified as MacKenzie Ann Henson. And now, As specified here also on page 2, for whatever reason, Sister Sarah thought her former spouse was residing in Virginia. But come to find out, it seems he resides in Colorado, as reflected on this return of citation, signifying that he was served with Sister Sarah's petition on July the 26th, 2022 at 10:42 a.m. in Denver, Colorado. Now at that time, this meant that Sister Sarah's former spouse would have needed to have filed his answer in this case no later than 10 o'clock a.m. on the Monday following the expiration of 20 days, i.e. at 10 o'clock a.m. on Monday, August the 22nd, 2022. And I think this is a good time for us to stop before we proceed with this bedtime story, and we should take time out for a moment of worship and praise.
Clap, clap! Everybody clap! Just clap your hands in the good. Everybody clap, clap! Hey! And you really ought to really say, on the tablet of your heart. Clap your hands like this, everybody, yeah. And you really ought to really say, on the tablet of your heart. Yes, sir. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me will forever be fruitful indeed. Oh, I am the way, the truth and the light. No one gets to the Father except that He comes through me. Oh, so let not mercy and truth forsake and I know what to do. I won't go alone. I'll never go on my own. Just let your spirit God. Then let your word abide. I will hide your word in my heart. I will hide, you better sing, in my heart. Yeah, I will hide your word in my heart. Just hold your hearts. Come on. Hide it. Let it sink deep. Think about it. When the enemy tries to distract you or he tries to destroy you, hide it. Sometimes all you gotta do is just say, and God knows what you mean. So hide it. Hide it. That's a special thing to hide. Cause I will hide your word in my heart. Ooh, I will hide your word. Clap your hands all over this building. Yeah.
Now that we have consecrated this hot tea that I'm about to serve up, ladies and gentlemen of this courthouse jury, let's continue on with this bedtime story, because after being served with Sister Sarah's petition, her former spouse never filed an answer or made any appearance whatsoever in the case. And when I first covered this event, I told you then that I strongly believed that this was Sister Sarah's true litigation strategy for this case from the very beginning, because I strongly believed that they were banking on her former spouse not having the resources to travel back and forth to Texas or to hire attorneys, giving Sister Sarah the opportunity to obtain a default judgment. And while it would be perfectly legal for a judge to enter a default judgment, I personally could not see how a judge would enter a default judgment in this case so quickly without taking some time to think carefully, considering the gravity of the weight of such an action and the effect that this would have on the child in the long run. But as I learned through my coverage of the Brandon Coleman criminal case in Ellis County, Texas, when he pled guilty to sexual assault of his teenage adopted daughter with Cora Jakes, these Potter's House people are very well connected with all of the judges in Tarrant County and throughout that entire region. But nevertheless, however, because of the quick and agile legal skills of yours truly, I was able to obtain these records before the judge had a chance to sign the order sealing the public record. But before that, I checked with the clerk to see if I could obtain any further information, because even at that time I was confident that they would try to change the child's name in that same transaction. Now the court clerk replied back stating, quote, 325-520-529-12 being closed on 12/20/2022 is right. But as I stated in my last email, since the case is sealed, one would need to file a motion to unseal with the 325th court to retrieve any records. And when I searched those party names, i.e. Cora B. Coleman, Richard B. Coleman, and Sarah Dion Jakes Roberts, I only found the case numbers you provided, none other filed, end quote. So, at that point, I had no way of knowing what happened in the case because it was sealed, and all I knew was that it was closed, but I was sure that either one or two things happened, and that is either number one, Sister Sarah gave up and non-suited or dismissed the case, or number two, she obtained a default judgment terminating her former spouse's parental rights. But I can tell you that there is no way, shape, form, or fashion that I believe that Sister Sarah would be in a position to legally take a damn default judgment, and she would just non-suit or dismiss the case without taking the default. So, I was 95% sure that her former spouse's parental rights had in fact been terminated by default judgment, which would have closed the case at that particular time because this court will maintain continuing jurisdiction over anything having to do with the custody of this child until she reaches age 18. But since the case was sealed, I left it alone. But one thing y'all do know is that I am as nosy and as messy as hell. So while I was poking around making sure I don't miss any lawsuits filed against Brother TDJakes, you could have knocked me over with a damn feather when the court clerk replied back stating, quote, attached are the cases found for those names. Also, TDJakes involved with an adoption case, case number 325-742-884-23, end quote. And so I said, okay, what now? And so, now as I have told you all on numerous occasions, adoption cases are automatically sealed by law in Texas. So, I emailed him back asking if he could let me know if the case was sealed. And he replied back stating, quote, as this is a pending case, please contact the 325th court clerks. And so I was like, okay, what in the hell? This case may be open and I may be able to get copies of these records. And so the way that this attorney thought she had to file this by filing a whole new case, this caused the court to issue a whole new case number. And when she did that, the case fell in a totally different court, the 322nd Family District Court. So this caused this case to have to go in what's called a pending status while the attorney tried to get the case back in the original court where they had that favorable judge who entered the default judgment on Sister Sarah's petition to terminate the parental rights of her former husband, as you can see in this transfer certificate, transferring the case back from the 322nd Family District Court to the 325th Family District Court, where the original sealed case is pending. And I really feel like this transfer certificate might be the document that tripped the wires because it had to be filed in the actual names of Toure Thomas Roberts versus Sarah Jakes. So when I put my search in for all cases filed in their names, including TDJakes, that's why this case came up. And so, while all of this is going on, the case is still pending in a pending status, and I was able to get my hands on these records because of that fact. Now, I personally do not understand why this attorney did this way, because I could see from the beginning that they wanted to change the child's name, and as I explained to you previously, that could have been done in the original termination of parental rights case. Now, in addition to the fact that I would have obtained the name change in the case that I knew would end in a simple default judgment, I would have also tried my best to try to file this adoption in the original case that was already sealed, rather than going through all of these complicated procedures that now has this case open in plain view for nosy ass people like me to see it. So either these people are better attorneys than me, or they want to build the hell out of this case so they can earn as much money as possible, or these people just like me getting on here telling all of their business. Oh, but I guess that ain't none of my business, y'all. And with all of this being said, before we continue to nibble on this tasty morsel, let's take time out for another moment of worship and praise.
It won't. Drop the music. It won't. Hey, it won't. It won't work. It won't. If you believe it, lift your hands right here. Say it won't. It won't. Sing no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Say your word. No, no, no weapon formed against me shall ever prosper. It won't work. You know why? Because God will do what? Say He will. Oh, God. What He said He will do. Come on. He will come. Come on, let's go. Everybody knows. Say, say, come on, say no weapon will ever. It won't work. Lift your voices and say, God will do. He will. He will. And He will come. There just ain't one. 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 Sing it one more time. There just ain't There just ain't one. There just ain't one. There just ain't one weapon formed. There just ain't one. There just ain't one. Just ain't one. There just ain't one weapon formed. Hug somebody and tell them no weapon, no weapon.
Well, let the church say amen. So we can read Toure and Sister Sarah's petition for adoption, which states, quote, "This suit is brought by Sister Sarah and Pastor Toure, petitioners. The parent-child relationship has been terminated as to Robert Leandro Henson, the biological father, on December the 20th, 2022. Petitioner Pastor Toure has been married to Sister Sarah since November 11, 2014, and as such has been the stepfather for the minor child, the subject of this suit, and has been a managing conservator of the child for at least 1 year preceding the adoption. Petitioners request that the name of the child, the subject of this suit, be changed to MacKenzie Ann Roberts, end quote. And of course, as you can see, they are also requesting that the court seal the court file so little old me can't see what's going on. And so, what do y'all think about all of this mess? I mean, these people know they like to keep a whole lot of rigmarole going on. But please, let me know what you think about all of this mess by leaving your comments in the comment section below. And I hope you'll also give me a big thumbs up. And I hope you'll also consider donating to this video and my entire channel ministry by donating to the Professor Blackmore Cash App. And I hope you'll also subscribe to my YouTube channel and set your notifications. And then you want to also be sure to turn on your notifications so you'll be notified whenever I come back with more hot tea from the church house, the courthouse, and everywhere else, honey child. And whenever I come back with more hot tea on this reality show, Hot Mess Drama. And please also follow me on TikTok and Instagram.